So when it's talking about the circular motion, it's going in a circular motion. This circular abrupt motion could come emotionally for you. It can come emotionally for you. Okay? It could come with overspending. This is controlled. This is controlled. It's controlled and it's unknown. And this represents anxiety also. This represents anxiety in that abrupt movement. So you have your finances and your communications that's on a red alert. And some of the abrupt things you may do continually and emotionally, unknowingly, overspending. Overspending, you're in control of your own money, you're in control of your expenses, you're in control of, you know what to do with your money. But sometimes you get into this anxiety where you do this uncontrollable spending. Okay, and another thing that could be abruptly is this communication. The communication. It could come off. It can come off as a temper. It could be a temper. It could be all of it. That's why I told you to get a broom. Don't try to do me. I don't want to hear all of that. Anxiety, temper. It can come under faith practices. Religion. Okay. So see, these are some of the things you may find commonly. I call abrupt anxiety. The abrupt moving, not knowing how to take action, and some of the actions you may take that's leaving that fear, because you know when you overspend, sometimes you just go, and then when you get home, oh, I've overspent. That was this money. That's that anxiety. That's an abrupt movement. It's uncontrolled, but it's unknown. You don't know why you do it. You just do it. So we have to find out what's going on with this fear, anxiety, and this timing. And that's what I'm talking about here with the circular overspending, the controlled and unknown communication. So you're right here. We've already started a wheel of financial anxiety. Financial anxiety. And then another way that financial anxiety pushes off some of the habit-forming things that could come about. And you may not believe it. You may not believe unconsciously, faith practices and religion. Sometimes you may think something out of fear. What's wrong with me? Things are going to be you get into this fear. And you know that fear and that faith matches. Some of you get into faith practices, different things that you get into spiritually. You think it's going to cleanse this financial communication controlled. You may get into different practices. You may get into exercise. You may get into routine things that some kind of way mentally, your perspective is making you feel like you're not on key, you're not on guard, you're off the track. You need to be controlled. You need to be in a boundary. You need to be a part of something that's keeping you routine. You're just overthinking things. That fear and that anxiety can have you pushing out all kind of habit-forming situations. You think it's going to give you peace for this temper and this anxiety. A lot of confusion here with this. We're still on activity. We're just pinpointing. That's all we're going to be doing. That's all we're doing. Because we're still in page 1. We have a long way to go. This is going to be a long course. Okay? Okay? So this is it for that. It says cut it off here. So we have this circular movement of control, this circular movement of your routine. The same thing, these same abrupt movements have not changed. These are not things that could be pinpointed or changed. These things can be curved. These things could be minimized. These things could be taken out, taken in, and used at any point. But you have to do more than the control kind. Take control, and this is what I'm trying to say. Take control of the controlled. You see what I'm saying? You unknowingly knowing. You're not unknowingly knowing. You just habit form. Habit form, but you have to get control of that. So if you do get into that habit form, you want to have a changed mind about how it's being controlled by you. So when you get into this habit form, instead of overeating, instead of doing it, overeat a little bit and then pull back and go later, okay? You have to really pay attention to this. So I want you in your homework to give me this. I want this from you, and I want all of this together. We're going to put these things together, and it's going to be really good, okay? So we're into fear, anxiety, and the timing. And the timing is that abrupt. When you do it, how you do it. It could be in your, it could be emotionally, family, relationships, personal relationships. It could be at work. Finances is connected with work.
I'm getting something.
Oh, I know you are. It could be. Think you can walk around here eating. No, sir. The finances, the communications, and the emotionally. Okay. So all of these things are the things that's putting in the fear, the anxiety, and the time is the abrupt. How you move, when you move, and when you move into it. That's the time of the anxiety is the uncontrolled things, but the controlled things that you have to get a hand on. Each one of these areas fall in the area of financial communication and circular overspending and controlled unknowingly communication. This is really good, and this is how the counter reaction works. This is how the counter reaction works into your anxiety, into your temper, and then you fall into habits. And you can fall into habits. Okay, so there's a little FYI here. We're not gonna have this one too long either, because I don't want to overwhelm you. Because I'm gonna have to review all of these before we can even get to number 4. We're gonna take a break. Maybe next week we're gonna have a class. We'll do more of reviewing and more getting to the point of it. I'm gonna show you how to highlight your folder in order to review the things. We have lots of work to do. So this just let me do my job, okay? Lots of work to do. I would appreciate if you are a member of SAS TV that you take this course and you take this course seriously, because this could take you places. This can open you up to a better world. This can open you up to a better position, and this can open you up in areas that you didn't see before. And it just takes a little help and a little work and a little self-improvement from ourselves, okay? And for you business-minded people, we're going to get into that too. But right now, we are in our activity. We are in our healthy activity. Okay? I should have did these by Zoom. So I'm going to do this FYI. And then I want you to give me this fear, anxiety in your time. I gave it to you how I want you to have it. And then I want you to turn in the homework, and then we're going to review everything, okay? So this is a little FYI it gave me. For your information, even though we are working on personal effort, personal self-improvement, personal mentality, personal habit forming, calming down on tempers and hyperness, keeping it very low. So instead of getting abrupt, you'll start to think and react on another realm, on another area, on another topic. We're going to switch this overspending into investment. Let me take you there, okay? So here we go. For the FYI, I'm going to give you 3 pointers, and I'm going to give you these 3 little pointers for the people that have been coming to the classes, and then we're going to end this, okay? We have number 1. I'm going to give you a little something, okay? And this is FYI. This is a little treat for you people that's been coming in. You know, you do have this release coming, so we are doing this. This class is going to really help you people that's coming to the release. You're just giving. I just see this ignore here. This ignore here. You have an ignore here, but see the ignore here is contemplation. The ignore here is contemplation. Okay. And I do have some income here. So with everything that's going on right here, for you people that's going into this release, and when I say the release, a lot of things have been let go, and things are still developing to be let go. And then under here, emotionally, this is really under emotions. I need you to be strong right now. This is a little treat. I need you for the emotional. Okay? You have a contemplation. You're contemplating something. You're sitting on something. There's a contemplation here. And in the end, there's income trickling back to you. So this is current. This is current. This is just something to relax on, okay? We're going to start doing little treats, but only when well deserved, okay? So this is just for my people that are doing the Revel. This is where you are standing right now, mentally and in your perspective, and you really can't make any decisions right now because you don't want to make any mistakes because some of you have gone through so much. You're at a standstill with everything. So I just want to inspire you with these things, that there is the release here. You are in some contemplation emotionally where you're really choosing other things. And the outcome of that, what's going to help you boost that, is this some type of income coming here. This is something current. This is every bit of lined up with where we've been going with this activity. It's all lined up with your fear. It's all lined up with your anxiety. And this all this abruptness. All this abruptness, these are changes. These are changes in emotion. Anxiety is a change in movement and vision. Time is your temper. Time is your uncontrolled. Is your uncontrolled control. And ego. That's in your time. That's what's going on. And this is what we're working with. And this is it. I can't go any further because I don't want you to miss. When we get into all of this, that's when we get into our development, our financial planning, the directions that we're going to be going in. Where do we set our minds? So we're going to be working on understanding these first 3 paragraphs. This is the activity 1, but this is the first paragraph. This is the second paragraph, and this is the third paragraph. And if you've been taking the courses, I hope that you have been doing the work. I gave you a little treat tonight, and it slowed down a little bit because I can't give you too much, because this is where we come into the change part. We have ended at the abrupt movement. Now we know where the source of our anxiety and fear is coming from. Some sense of instability, some sense of wanting more, some sense of wanting to be educated more, of why you just can't have it balanced, and you can. It's a perspective, okay? So I hope you guys got a lot of the classes that I have been doing. Homework is due this week. If you haven't caught up, I need 1, 2, and 3 for everybody else. Once we get a cool 10 people, maybe we'll move over. Good. That was all under there. You deserve to get wrapped out with that. Take that stuff outside to the big trash can. Pronto. Look at this straw right here. Get this straw. So this what's going on with that. God bless you. My name is Belinda Bez, and this is the Revel Webinar. I hope that you enjoyed it. We are now at a standing point where we're going to be breaking the activities 1, 2, and 3 down. Okay. Homework's due this since we're out. Homework is due on Fridays. I need you to catch up, and I will display everyone's homework. I don't have anything to display because everything's been going on, so we're going to give everybody a chance to catch up. This Friday homework is due. Go back and watch the videos 1 and 2. We are still in activity. I want those turned in, and I grade them live. And I want to give this bottom. It just came in with this. It just says, give them this little bottom and give them some foundation. And this is some foundation. Let's give you a little treat for you guys that's been sitting at home and not knowing what to do. This is a week of exercise. I'm going to try to do a class of reds. red fruits, red things you can eat for the mind. If you saw my greens, go back and watch that greens class because it has everything to do with anxiety and the food you eat for anxiety and the drinks you drink for anxiety and how it helps with your brain and how it helps with certain areas of your body. Be sure you check out those videos. I'm going to start incorporating them in the cards. But for now, we are at the third activity and we're on a pause, okay? So I'm waiting for the homework. And this week on the Revel, we will be reviewing each chapter and then we're going to move on. Then we may take, then we're going to move on to the investments, and how to get what we want emotionally in our love relationships. This is love. This is family. This is how we operate. This is how we, when we're in relationships, our activities, how we act mentally, how we act. What are we coming from? Are we doing a tradition? Are we doing what our mama did? Or are we setting new standards for the future? My name is Belinda Betts. God bless you. And this is the third paragraph of my book, my visual book, The Revel. It's all about mood swings. And we're going to be doing a lot of more things. I'm going to draw you closer to my points with my art of tarot and my vision stories. I think that everything's calming down just a little bit, so I'll be able to prepare those videos or finally put them out so you can understand these chapters. God bless you.